vocal.
Alrighty, welcome back to Two Girls the Mic. I'm your host, Joey Trella, digital managing editor, and I'm here with my co-host, Sarah Rose, my
Hello,
lifestyle
everybody.
editor.
We are back after, what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. We
Crazy.
went to ACP, which is in Atlanta. It's a journalism conference for us to learn a bunch of things.
Mhm.
But then we got sick, and so we missed
did.
another week.
We did get sick. We had to take a little break.
Both of us twinned, got double ear infections. Really fun.
Oh, my God. Such a pleasure to have it. You got the flu.
I had the flu. It did not go well.
Yeah, thankfully I didn't get the flu, but I have a cough and very sniffly.
Yeah, both of us. I'm still a bit down bad, but that's okay.
Yeah, if you hear Joey, like, hacking in the background,
Ignore me, please.
ignore it.
But we are here today with a very special guest. You want to introduce her?
I would love to. We have Emily Beebe, our senior opinion columnist, joining us today. Emily, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for joining us. How do you feel? Nervous? Excited?
A little nervous, yeah.
You're going to do great.
Yeah, you'll do great. We talked about these topics with you beforehand because you kind of gave us like a couple ideas.
Yes, you did.
Because we wanted to know what you thought about some stuff. So should we get right into it? I'm excited about this first one.
I'm so excited, and please introduce this first one.
Alrighty, so Patrick Dempsey finally won People's Choice Sexiest Man Alive 2023.
Yes.
I'm so happy. Like, good Lord, finally. I even saw this snippet from Kelly Clarkson going, he just got nominated for the first time Yes, this is his first time.
Nomination?
Yes.
Really?
That's shocking.
Yeah, so this
Surprising.
is his first time being the Sexiest Man Alive. And Kelly Clarkson was like, Blake Shelton got this over him before.
Valid. I
It's-
do not find Blake attractive at all.
Yeah, it's kind of valid. But I personally agree with this choice so much because I love Grey's Anatomy. That's where I know him from. I don't know if that's where you guys know him from. But as he ages, he looks better and better.
He ages like fine wine.
Yeah, exactly. Emily, what do you think about this nomination, this win?
Oh, I'm really excited about it. I saw a thing, I think something along the lines of like how he's been waiting like 10 years or whatever to like finally get it. And yeah, I love it. I think he deserved it.
Yeah, I think they posted on their Instagram like a little video snippet of him saying that. He was
did.
like, I knew I deserved this. Like, they're kind of cocky a little bit. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, they announced it on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and in an interview, he was like, "I'm glad it happened now at this point in my life. My ego is good." That's what he
Yeah, that, I feel like if he got it earlier, I feel like it would not done him justice.
said. Mm-mm.
Like, where do you know him from, Emily?
Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, so everybody kind of knows him from that. But he was also in Enchanted.
He was. That's literally the only form of media I know him from.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
don't
think,
watch Grey's Anatomy.
I mean, if you're on Grey's for a really long time, you're going to be associated with that.
Which is shocking that he didn't get it sooner, because it has like 20 seasons.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I kind of gave up on watching it because it has so many seasons.
I don't blame you.
I kind of just, like, put it on background for me now
Yeah.
just 'cause it's just, there's too many episodes. I don't think I fully watch it through
Yeah,
ever. So,
that's
um,
fair.
do we agree with this nomination? Like, do we think he deserved number one this year out of the whole nomination list? Like, I'm pulling up this list right now.
Listen. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He is handsome. He's a DILF. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here, but
Honestly, yeah.
that man is fine, and he reminds me of somebody else, who is around that age. Joey knows who I'm talking.
Stop. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. Emily, do you agree this should have been his nomination?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I feel like his nickname's McDreamy for a reason, so like.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. I kind of forgot about that a little bit. Let me pull up
But
this list and let's run through
Yeah.
it.
But no, he looks good in the cover photo of People magazine. So, they didn't make a wrong choice. And hey, I don't really know him, but the fact that this is his first time getting nominated and it took so long, I think it is time. So
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, looking at this list, sexiest TV star was James Martison.
I saw that.
He most recently was in the what was it? Jury duty.
Yes.
It was like a fake reality
that
show.
Was so funny.
Yeah, he was really good at that because he portrayed himself as himself as a very cocky thing, and it was funny. Sexiest blockbuster star was Chris Hemsworth.
I see the appeal, but I don't think.
I think someone else could have won that, to be honest. I'm not exactly sure who I'm thinking of, but he's
not Chris Hemsworth.
He hasn't done much this year too, which I'm very confused about.
I don't vibe with him.
Sexiest athlete. Anyone want to guess that one?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Have you been keeping up with the whole Travis Kelce trend at all?
Maybe. I don't know.
He's just associated with Taylor Swift at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So
I saw last night at her concert in Argentina. She changed the words to karma, like the guy from the Chiefs.
Yep.
I had a whole conversation with Angelina about this.
It was
Travis Kelce has people simping, and I agree. But at the same time, it's kind of like ran through his point. Like, we get it now.
Yeah. It's so over-talked about.
This one, I agree with the nomination, but based on how he looks right now, I would not agree with this. Sexiest musician is Harry Styles.
Oh.
The man just shaved his head. He is
People
not
are very
bald,
upset.
but it's like...
I have heard about that.
His luscious locks are no longer
luscious.
Emily,
what do you think about Harry Styles? A lot of people have mixed opinions on him.
Yeah, I like his music. I don't know if he should have shaved his head, but like...
I need to see a clear shot of it. It's only been like photographed from other people.
Yeah.
But I want to see a clear shot so I can form a better opinion. But based off what I saw, it ain't good.
We need to see it from all angles, though.
Yeah, exactly. I don't watch morning shows, so I'm gonna skip past it. Sexiest grandpa is Pierce Bronson.
Oh.
He is the guy from Mamma Mia.
Yes.
Plays what's his name? You gotta look him up.
Pierce. Oh, yes. Who did he play? He played
Sam
Sam.
Carmichael.
Sam, that's what it was. Okay, I'm a big Mamma Mia fan, but I'm blanking on the spot.
Yeah, I think because he looks so much older that I can't picture what he looks like.
I can't believe he's that old to be considered grandpa.
70, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That
That's
is grandpa
crazy.
age.
The next one on the list, I don't know why this is an option, but it's Sexiest Pedro Pascal, and it's the dog dad Pedro picture. I don't know why this is a thing. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it about Pedro Pascal. Do you know who he is?
I feel like I've heard of him, maybe.
Pedro Pascal. He plays the Mandalorian in Star Wars.
That's probably where I know him from, then.
He's the father to baby Grogu. And he's also... He's in that one edit on TikTok of him in, like, a cowboy hat. And it blew up. It was some show, and he was playing in a Western cowboy.
I know him from that one meme. You know, the one of the smiling in the car?
Yes.
I don't know if you know that meme, but there's like this one meme that's been trending on TikTok where it's like him just like panning going to like the driver. It's really funny.
But no, I love Pedro solely because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. You know what? He could get it. I'm glad that he made it on the list.
Okay, so sexiest funny guy is Trevor Noah.
Oh.
Wow.
Interesting.
That is surprising.
I kind of thought John Mulaney was going to win just because of how many people associate themselves with him.
Yeah.
The next one is sexiest Ken. because Barbie was so big.
Oh, I love that. That's a category.
But obviously OG Ken won of, what's his name?
Ryan Gosling.
Yes, Ryan Gosling. I'm so bad with names on the spot. Don't ever ask me. Sexiest New Dad is Tom Hiddleston,
Oh.
which is so wholesome. We love him from Loki a lot.
Yes, and I've seen pictures of him with his daughter.
Do you watch Loki?
I think I watched some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we love him as Loki. So this is so adorable. He seems like he would be such a good dad.
Yes, I was so happy when I heard the news that he was having a child.
Ugh.
Because
I kind of want these actors to stop having kids because it makes me like
know.
realize how old they are. I don't like it. I don't know. Okay, the next one, they need to get rid of this category. Sexiest TikTok star, and it's Jalen Noble. I don't know if you know who this guy is. He's like this health influencer type of thing. They need to stop. Honestly, TikTok needs to stop being a category. Please. Because
No
one of the people that made it
cares.
on this list is Josh Richards.
No, please.
Stop it.
All it is going to be 13-year-olds voting for those people.
Yeah.
Nobody else cares
Exactly.
about these TikTok influencers.
Well, and in connection to our lovely podcast, Sexiest Podcast Host, want to make an estimate who it's going to be?
Dude, I don't know any male podcast host.
You guys don't know any? Well, it's Taylor Lautner.
Oh! No way!
He hosts a podcast with his wife, Tay Lautner.
Yep.
She goes by Tay to clarify the difference between the two, which I think is interesting.
That's so cute. I'd listen to his.
But he won it. It's called The Squeeze. So go listen to that podcast. I've seen like snippets of it. It's really good. But obviously stay on ours first.
Yes, please.
And sexiest guy you're streaming due to the strike, Jensen Ackles. He's the guy from Supernatural.
Okay, yep. Jared Jensen.
I've tried to get into Supernatural, but I just can't.
I tried to get into Supernatural and Teen Wolf, and I couldn't do it.
Have you watched it?
No, I don't think I watched it.
Yeah, I just
It's
can't
not for me.
do it. But yeah, Sexiest Man Alive. I love seeing this list just because sometimes, like, maybe someone could have beaten Patrick Dempsey, but looking at the list, I don't think so.
Yeah, honestly, none of them really stand out.
No.
So I think Patrick, it was well deserved.
Yeah. Emily, do you think anybody else could have been Sexiest Man Alive this year?
I don't think so, no.
Well, I mean, I have one.
Who?
Timothy Chalamet.
Oh my god.
I'm a Timmy lover for life. He was robbed, you guys. He was robbed.
And us laughing behind the camera a little bit.
I'm always gonna vote Timmy. I love him.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have anybody in mind. Honestly, I usually agree with who wins.
Oh, you know, honestly, I'm surprised Oscar Isaac didn't win any
Who?
categories. Oscar Isaac. He played in the Marvel show Moon Knight, and that became really popular. He's in Star Wars. He's just been doing a lot of interviews this year.
Interesting.
He's best friends with Pedro Pascal. That's why people love them. They're like the duo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. But congrats to Patrick Dempsey.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Yes.
A lot of people are congratulating him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you like most about Patrick Dempsey, though? Like, when you look at him, is it like a physical? So, like, you like his acting? Like, what is it that comes to your mind when you think about Patrick Dempsey?
I don't know. I mean, I've watched him in Grey's Anatomy a little bit, and my sister is like a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, and he's probably her favorite character. But I don't know. Just like I think his acting's really good, and then he's cute.
Yeah, I agree.
He
is
is.
adorable.
Does he have kids?
I think so. So he might be a DILF.
I can
Just
get
for you,
behind
Sarah.
that. Yeah, I probably should get to watching more films that he's in. I'm not watching that show though. 20 seasons.
No, yeah, that's too much to catch up if you haven't started a while.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. Okay. So our podcast editor Anna, she suggests watching Grey's season 1 through 11.
Peak seasons.
Peak seasons. afterwards, probably doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
So.
Sparks notes it.
Well, Sarah, tell me about Avatar.
Yes. So, Netflix released the trailer for Avatar: The Last Bender, their live action series, a few days ago. Today's Sunday. I think they released it Friday morning. Don't quote me on that though. But little background, Avatar: The Last Airbender, amazing Nickelodeon show. Shout out to our friend Alex Crow. He showed me the show.
He's also our assistant sports editor.
Sports editor, yes.
So you might have seen his work.
Yes, you might have seen his work. You might have heard his voice on their podcast. But he had me watch the show in the office in April. All 3 seasons. I fell in love. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I went into it with very high expectations because, as Joey may remember, he hyped it up. He
so
loves
much.
That show.
He tried to get me into it, but I don't know why.
He got me into it because everyone else has watched the show. Of our friends.
I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but no, that's all right. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. But anyway, Netflix picked it up, and they're doing a live adaptation series of it. And this is a big deal because the show is so beloved, and it's also a big deal because they tried to do a live adaptation back in 2010, and that failed. It was very bad. And so now people are like, ooh, is this going to be different, or will it just flop like the 2010 series did? What's different is that the original creators were a part of the production in the beginning.
Interesting.
But then they left because they didn't feel like they had a lot of creative freedom. And also, this is Netflix. Netflix has a very bad reputation for doing anything like book to movie adaptations, game to movie adaptations. And so I'm not too excited. But the trailer came out, and we got to see all the cast of the main characters. We got to see CGI. CGI looks good, and it teased for what's to come. And so, sorry, I'm looking on the doc, and I see that Joey wrote explained show to Joey LOL in the notes.
I'm learning. Don't worry. Emily, have you watched the show? Did you watch the original Netflix show?
Nickelodeon.
Oh, sorry, Nickelodeon.
No, I feel like I might have watched bits and pieces because my dad liked to watch it. But I don't know. I can't get into it really.
Yeah, I never watched the live adaptation. Sorry.
Please don't.
Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it. So
it doesn't exist.
I'm interested to see how this pans out because, like you said, Netflix has such a bad reputation of transferring things from another type of media. Yeah. And they just don't do well every time.
They don't do well. So this is definitely going to be interesting. I will say that the casting is pretty spot on. This time, the characters are not all white as it was in the 2010 adaptation. That's why it failed.
Interesting.
They actually casted characters that resembled the animation, the characters in the animated series. And it's because the creators were a part of the early production. So casting can be thanks to them. CGI looks really good. Appa looks amazing. Do you remember who Appa is?
Yeah, I remember you showed me. It's the animal, right?
Yeah, he's a hybrid of something. Hold on.
Goat, sheep, something.
He flies, and he's the best character ever. He's so cute.
Aww.
I know. I pulled up a picture. Yeah, he's a flying bison.
Oh.
And he's goated character. He saves the day every episode, and this is what Aang and the gang they fly on. It's how they get around the world.
Emily, what would you want to see from this Netflix adaptation? If knowing how Netflix switches things over, what are your expectations for it?
Oh, I don't know. I did watch the trailer. I found out about it from her Instagram stories.
I did repost it.
So I watched it there, and I don't know. I thought the trailer actually seemed pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, maybe just like trying to make it like similar, since Netflix kind of does have that reputation of kind of messing things up. So probably just that.
I kind of hope they make like similar scripts.
Yeah.
I was literally just about to bring up the writing.
Because that's what they fail usually on the most. Is that they decide, let's do completely different. That's not how it works.
Right? And then everyone gets upset, as they should, because this isn't what fans wanted.
Yeah.
But no, like, looking at the trailer, if I didn't have any knowledge of Avatar: The Last Airbender, I would say that it looks good too. And I will say, it does look good. I just am not anticipating it at all. Another thing.
Low expectations.
Yeah, very low expectations. I still have hope. It's just dwindling.
Yeah, I get that.
We'll see. But Avatar: The Last Airbender, this is huge because the show is so big globally. So we will definitely see.
Well, Netflix originals do well usually.
They do.
But obviously it's a different type of original that they are doing where they're making the similar show.
Yeah, and I would have liked for Nickelodeon to do another animated series that like continues off the epilogue of the last episode of the series, because I think there's so much more to explore. I wish they would have put their money towards that instead of doing a live adaptation. But it is what it is.
Emily, were you a Nickelodeon kid?
Yeah, I feel like I was.
Okay, I was a Disney kid, so
Me
that's
too.
why, like, whenever I learned something new about Nickelodeon, I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like
Alright.
I was like a little bit of both.
yeah. I knew shows on Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
but, like, if I had to pick, I would be Disney.
Disney 100%.
Yeah.
I know before school started, it was always Disney was on the TV in the morning.
Yes.
Other than like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch the Nickelodeon shows until years later.
Yeah.
So.
Well, lastly, I want to talk about Grammy nominations. I am
do
kind
it.
of excited for this one, but I'm also scared what the results are going to be, because Taylor Swift, whenever she gets nominated for something, she is most likely going to win.
Yeah.
And she's in categories with other artists that, like, totally deserve it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, before I read through this list, do you have any thoughts about Grammys and their nomination system and, like, how the past has happened with the Grammy wins?
I mean, I've kind of noticed the same thing. Taylor Swift seems to win a lot whenever she's nominated.
Billie Eilish one year was winning a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
That's when she just started out, too.
Ariana Grande would win a lot,
Oh, my goodness, yes.
I think. But yeah.
I saw a thing, I think, like, earlier today about how Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift are, like, in the lead for, like, the most nominations.
Wow.
Miley Cyrus?
That kind of
You know
shocked me. I
what?
was like, I didn't know. I saw that, and I think it's like Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus are in the lead for like the most nominations, and I was like, oh, I guess completely forgot about Miley Cyrus for a second. And then in the video they were talking about like her Flowers, the song, and I was like, well, that probably explains a lot then, because
I think we forget a lot that Miley Cyrus has a long time fan base. Like,
She does.
compared
She's
to
been in
Taylor
the
Swift,
business for a long time.
she managed to take her fan base from television to music. And I think that's a really good skill to have, because Taylor Swift just managed to move her fan base from
one genre
to another.
The next, to the next. To the
Yeah.
next.
So they're both very similar in that way, and they're both started their fan bases really young. So, but we don't really notice Miley's fan base just because I think she doesn't promote her fan base as much as Taylor Swift does.
To be honest, like, I feel like Miley was very strong in the 2000s, like 2010s, and then she just fell off a cliff. Because I am not a fan of Miley Cyrus.
Interesting.
The only songs I listen to are, like, her throwback songs
I
that I grew
get
up
that.
with. I thought SZA was in the running for the most nominations.
oh yeah,
She
she's on
definitely
the
is
list
high
too.
up.
Yeah,
Because of her SOS album.
she has, I
Ye-
think, from what I heard, it was like 6 or 7 nominations.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Wow. Yeah, she's in multiple categories too when I looked through this earlier. But all right, let's go through this. Are you guys ready?
I'm so ready.
I want you guys to give your predictions as well.
I'm ready.
Record of the year. Worship by John Bastate. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. What I Was Made For from Barbie from Billie Eilish. On My Mama by Victoria Monet. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. And Kill Bill by SZA. Who are you guys predicting?
Ooh, okay. So listen, I like Taylor Swift. I don't love her. I like her. I listen to her music quite a lot, but I really do not want her to win every single category that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I think Taylor Swift might take Record of the Year home, but I want SZA for Kill Bill because I love SZA.
I'm agreeing with that. I want Kill Bill. Emily?
Okay, I think it's probably gonna be Taylor Swift that winds up winning, but I kind of feel like Olivia Rodrigo with Vampire has like a really good shot too.
Yeah,
I could
love
see a
Olivia
shock
so
win
much.
from there.
I agree.
I would be very happy if Olivia won because I love Olivia and SZA way more than Taylor Swift. I'd say I'm fans of them.
Well, I didn't really like Vampire that much. When I had the first listen, I was like, because I've said this to you before, and I think on this podcast as well, I just never really liked that song. I liked the other songs she had.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
All right, the next big award is Album of the Year. World Music Radio by John Bastate again. Batiste, sorry.
No, I have no idea how to pronounce his last name.
The Record by Boy Genius. Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus. There was a lot of promotion for that one. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey? Really long title
Mouthful.
there. Yeah. The Age of Pleasure by Janelle Monáe. Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. Midnights by Taylor Swift. And SOS by SZA.
I think I know who Sarah wants.
I love Lana Del Rey. I want Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? And her album did really good. I also want Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. Oh, this is hard.
Emily, what do you think?
Oh, I would actually be happy if Guts were a win. I actually really liked that album, and I think I like Guts like almost maybe a little better than Sour.
Wow. Yeah, that is a hot take. I love Olivia Rodrigo, and Guts is one of the very few albums out in the world that I can listen to every single song and not skip. But Lana, for this category, Lana takes the cake.
I will say Lana did get this album, I think, nominated in her respective music category as well.
Yes, she did.
So she could possibly win there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big SZA fan, so I'm hoping for her to win. I told Sarah this before, but if I have any of SZA songs in my car, I don't skip.
You don't?
I never skip, even if it's overplayed. I don't skip. So I kind of want her to win that one.
I would love if SZA overtook Taylor for Album of the Year.
Yeah, but I do think Midnights was a big. It took all top 10 songs in the charts.
In the Billboard Hot 100,
So,
yeah.
I mean, I love Taylor Swift, so like I'd be happy if she won too. But
The only other album that did it was Guts. Guts took a lot of spots in the top, so
That's right.
They could do that. SZA was just long standing.
Right.
Her songs are still in the charts.
They
This
are.
album's been out for over a year, I think.
Yeah. And it's impressive.
All right, the next big category is Song of the Year. A&W, which is by Lana Del Rey.
And Jack Antonoff.
I should make note that Song of the Year, they do this in honor of the songwriters. It's not because of the artist. But there's a lot of songwriters for each one, so I'm not going to read it out. I'm just going to name the song.
Yeah.
Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift. Butterfly by John
Batiste.
Thank you, Batiste. Dance the Night Away from the Barbie album, Dua Lipa. Flowers, Miley Cyrus. Kill Bill, SZA. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. And What I Was Made For, from Barbie again, Billie Eilish. Who do we think?
I love Billie Eilish's What Was I Made For. It was a really great song, and I would like Billie to take home one Grammy for the work that she did for the Barbie movie. I
Yeah.
think she would deserve it.
I agree with that one, actually, because I know this song was won for a while, actually.
It was.
What do you think, Emily?
I actually agree with Sarah. Like, I would love to see Billie Eilish take home a Grammy, and I think especially, like, I don't know, part of me feels like it's probably going to be Taylor Swift because, that's all everyone's talking about right now. But at the same time, Barbie, I think, was, like, really the most, like, popular movie, like, of this year, or one of them anyway. So,
I could see
think
either Barbie movie going
Yeah.
for this one.
Yeah, I could see it.
Very true. Because Billie has always done really good at the Grammys.
Especially when
but-
she started as a new artist,
Yeah,
too.
I remember she took home so many awards and it blew up over social media.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. I do remember that.
All right, next big artist that they announced. Best new artist. They do is Gracie
Abrams.
Abrams, Fred again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Coco Jones. If you guys remember who Coco Jones is,
I
she's
do.
from Disney.
I grew up with her.
Noah Khan, Victoria Monet, The Warren Treaty.
Uh,
I have weird prediction. I think
What is it?
Noah Khan's gonna take the award for this one.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say either Ice Spice or Gracie Abrams. I love Ice Spice, but I kind of don't want this award to go to her.
She's already won one of these. She
she
won
has.
it like VMAs, I think it was.
She did win at the VMAs. So Gracie Abrams, I really do not listen to Gracie Abrams, but from what I've gathered, she's like so sweet and she's a really good artist.
Mm-hmm.
And
like
I
a
think
couple
she
of her
deserves
songs.
it. I've heard at least like 2 to 3, but
What do
it
you think?
is between Noah Khan or Gracie Abrams and
Yeah.
then Ice Spice,
Yeah.
of course.
I probably gotta go with Noah Khan.
Yeah. Do you listen to him at all?
I never did, but then I think it was Friday night. Angelina played a song by him, and she played Stick Season, and that was I think the first time I like heard of him.
That song was really popular.
Yeah. That entire album is perfect for fall. So
Yeah.
now would be the time to listen to him or try to get into him. If you
Yeah,
have not.
and
Yeah.
Noah Khan just did a song with Post Malone too. I should
Did
add.
he?
Really?
He did, and I've heard a little bit. It's pretty good.
Interesting pair. I'll
Yeah,
have to listen
I
to
could
it.
see him winning it because I know he's really popular. Like I've seen a lot of people talking about him.
He's definitely gained a lot of traction this
Mhm.
year.
Yeah. Alrighty, next award is Best Pop Solo Performance. We have a new artist nominated this time.
We do.
So again, Flowers by Miley Cyrus, Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat, What I Was Made For by Billie Eilish, Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo, and Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. I want Doja to win.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry, that song gets me going every time. I know she's a little bit crazy now, but like that song just hits different.
It is a bop. And I remember editor training. We heard that song about a billion times in your car. But I loved it because it's so good.
Sorry, it was part of my playlist. I just play every day in that car. But now I play the day list on Spotify, so I'm listening to different songs. So no judgment. Emily, what do you think?
Wait, Doja Cat's never like been nominated before, right?
Huh?
Has she ever been nominated, Doja Cat?
At the Grammys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or just like
Yeah.
for this like specific category.
She hasn't been nominated yet in all the lists I've said, but this is her first nomination for Grammys I can see on this list for
Yeah.
this year.
Oh,
Which I'm shocked by a little bit.
I feel like in that case, like, I feel like Doja Cat probably deserves it, like, out of everyone. But I don't know. I mean, it's a strong list, so I think really I'd be happy with, like, any of them winning.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Olivia. Second, I'd say Doja. And then again, I want What Was I Made For to win in one of these categories. So it would be nice if Billie took home a Grammy for this.
Mm-hmm. Well, the last category I want to bring up is Best Pop Dance Recording. Because afterwards, a bunch of categories that more specific into
Yeah,
music,
I
which
didn't
is hard to follow a
realize
bit.
There's like over a dozen, so we're not going to
Yeah.
go through all of them.
We are not going to go through all that. But Best pop dance recording is either Baby Don't Hurt Me by David Guetta, Anne Marie and Leroy.
Coy Leroy.
Miracle by Calvin Harris featuring Ellie Goulding. Patum by Kylie Minogue. I want to say.
You're gonna butcher it.
I'm just gonna butcher it either way. If you haven't listened to our podcast, you know I butcher words. So, 1 in a Million by Bebe Rexha and David Guetta, and Rush by Troye Sivan. Troye Sivan's gonna win.
I agree. I may not want Troye Sivan to win, but judging by how popular he is and how popular Rush is, I think he's gonna take home the award.
I think it's also his first time too being like nominated.
Like overall,
Just like I think at the Grammys in general.
I think so too. He might have been nominated for New Artist before because he did pop up a while ago, and then he kind of fell off the face of earth, and then managed to revive himself with this song. So,
which is hard to do in this in the industry, but.
Well, I remember the dance was trending for the song, and I was kind of mesmerized by it because it was so insane. It was crazy. But I want this song to win. I know the song was for the gays, but honestly, if I heard this in the club, I would go feral.
I'm sure you would.
Okay, Sarah. Okay. But, I think this song was so good, and it was meant for anybody. I know it was meant for, he targeted for it to be that way, but, like, it's so good. And I think it kind of gets you going a bit as well.
I agree.
And it's very catchy, too.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, I won't be disappointed if he takes home the win. I'd say he does deserve it.
Well, what do you guys think for Grammys? Do you think, anyone got cheated from any of those lists? Like, any other artists that you think deserve to be on there? Emily?
I don't know. I can't really, like, think of anyone off the top of my head.
I can think of one, and I talked to our friend Deja about this, but Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
has
that's a good one.
had such a great year. I don't think she's still on tour. I think she ended the tour. Or maybe she's
with Taylor Swift right
now.
now.
Oh, she is in South America. That's right. She's done her tour, released a great album. She deserved to get at least one nomination. And the fact that the Recording Academy did not give her any is insane.
I wonder if, because I think there is a process for the nominations. Like, I think you have to submit your songs.
Yeah, that's right.
So I wonder if she submitted a bunch and just did not get picked for the final list, which would suck a lot. I can't remember if in the past she got nominated for Best New Artist, because if not, this would have been a great year for her to get nominated.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know. So she got robbed. She's the only artist I can think of.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking her too a bit. Trying to think. I think it's kind of weird that Victoria Monet kind of got nominated as Best New Artist.
Yeah.
Because she's been around for a while. I think she just hasn't gotten the attention that she deserved.
I know. And one of my writers wrote a piece on Victoria Monet because she is a very popular songwriter, and she has written all these songs for years and years and years. And she finally released her Jaguar album. So I will say that she does deserve to get all these nominations because she is finally getting the attention that the industry did not give her.
Yeah. Do you guys watch the Grammys when, like, it's live?
Oh, yeah.
Both of you? Okay.
Last year, I love the Grammys so much because I love music, and I love watching award shows live solely because Twitter goes crazy, and I love watching the live Twitter tweets. It's so hilarious to me. But yeah, I don't know what streaming services it's on, but what I will do, I can't remember what it was on last year, but what I did was I just like signed up for the free trial, watched it, and then I canceled it the next day.
Yeah, it's probably on live TV too, if you guys have that.
Yeah, I don't have cable, so I'll end up watching it on whatever streaming service it's on.
Emily, who do you think is going to perform this year at the Grammys?
Oh, I don't know.
Who do you want to see perform?
I don't know. That's kind of a hard one. I don't know. I mean, I love Kelly Clarkson. I don't know if like she would, 'cause I know like she's had like a lot of things going on, but I don't know. Maybe someone like her, or I could see like maybe some of the people that like even are nominated could potentially perform. I don't know. I mean, maybe like I wouldn't be upset if Olivia Rodrigo performed on there.
I think she probably will.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
I could see that. I don't see Taylor Swift just 'cause of her tour and everything.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I would kind of be shocked. She does.
yeah, that's
Honestly, I don't
true.
even know if she'll end up attending.
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say I don't know if she would even
Yeah.
attend because of her tour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really know who else.
I think Doja will perform.
Oh yeah, I can see
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
She's gonna put on some chaotic performance.
And people are gonna eat it up though, but she's
I,
gonna
I
get
will.
everyone hyped.
I will eat it up because it probably will start trending on TikTok. And I'll be like,
Mhm.
"That's good."
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Definitely Olivia's gonna perform. I can see Billy performing. Noah Khan performing would be
Sure.
really nice.
Oh,
Just
That's a good one.
because he brings in just a different genre,
mm-hmm.
and his songs aren't too upbeat, but I love it. It's like a soft melodies, and so I would like to see him perform. And I think he can play the guitar or the piano,
Mm-hmm.
so that would be nice. SZA I can see performing.
Yes.
Oh,
She definitely will.
some K-pop group will probably show up and perform, like BTS or ATEEZ.
Well, BTS is
Oh,
not together
yeah.
right now. You
Oh,
know-
that's right. They're in
Yeah.
the military. It's so funny. My
Mhm.
friend is from back home is obsessed with K-pop. Shout out Lauren. I love you. And it's so funny to me.
I'm gonna throw something left field out there, but
Yeah.
I do think Troye Sivan's gonna perform
Yeah.
Oh,
either
yeah, I
in
can
like
see
the
that.
pre-show or
Mhm.
like during the show. I do think it's gonna be in there somewhere because they always have some big like pop hit
That's true.
that goes in, and he was trending for a very, very long time with that song. I still think it's in the top 20s at least.
Oh, yeah. Then he'll definitely be on board. I feel like they already have the setup for who's going to perform.
Yeah, they just haven't
Because
announced
it's
it
in
yet.
February, and they got to, like, prepare that.
Mm-hmm. I just think they haven't announced it yet.
Oh, yeah.
But
Ooh,
they're
that's going to be a good day.
when does the Grammys happen?
February 4th. Wish I knew what network it was streaming on, but you can Google it. You can go to their website. their
Very easily
Instagram.
Googleable.
But yeah, February 4th, and it'll be in the evening.
Well, for those listeners, tell us what you think is going to happen at the Grammys.
Yes, please.
Who do you think is going to win? Like, some nominations. Like, let us know.
Yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah,
'Cause
this is an interesting
These
year
big
for
award
Grammy.
shows always gain so much attention.
Yeah.
And I always love to hear people's thoughts.
Well, Emily, any last thoughts on the Grammys at all?
No, I don't think so. I'm excited for it though.
Are you going to try to watch it live?
Yeah, I can't wait
Let's
to see who wins.
go.
Yeah, I will probably just wait for the results and just look somewhere for it.
I can text you while I'm watching it.
Thank you. I probably will be, like, at tennis or something, most
Oh,
likely.
yeah.
What
Mhm.
time? It's probably, like, evening.
I
I
think-
might be able to watch it.
I think they usually do them at like 7. I think like 6 or 7.
'Cause
Well,
it's
I'm out of
right.
practice by then.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
I could have forced Zach to watch it.
Please do. We could do a whole watch party.
Zach is our sports reporter and very clueless about anything.
Anything pop culture.
Yeah,
We make fun of
so
it.
I'm going to get him to watch it, maybe. But, well, Emily, thank you for coming on.
Yes,
Oh, thank you for having
You were
me.
wonderful.
How did you feel after this whole session?
It's fun. It was really fun.
You got comfortable, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we will see everyone next week. I promise we're going to be consistent.
Yes.
Ignore
Now that
us
we're
from the last
better.
2 weeks. We apologize. Ignore me if you hear me sniffling or coughing. Please ignore it.
No, you did good.
Thank you. Sarah, you want to sign us out?
I would love to. Well, thank you guys again for tuning in. This was episode 6. We will be back for episode 7 next week. We record every Sunday and we release every Tuesday evening. So you'll be able to hear us Wednesday morning. But thank you guys so much for listening and putting up with us. This was a fun episode.
Thank you so
Emily.
much. We're also going to be on YouTube. So
We are on
please
YouTube.
watch there as well if you want to see us visually doing this podcast.
Yes.
I did send this idea to Sarah the other day about doing something funny. So tune in whenever that will happen.
It might be next week.
You never know. Goodbye, everyone.
All right. Bye, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Want to say bye?
Oh, bye.
Alrighty.
And we're off.
Perfect.